Hello everyone, welcome back to Kenshi. Last time we got back from the swamp, took a detour around the Dust King's tower, defeated him, took him into a bounty, and now we're back at the hub. So it'll be a bit of a rebuilding, armoring, restocking day here. We ended up recruiting Kat, who was the Dust King's prisoner. Needs a little bit of gear. Hammett, we're going to need to get some gear for as well. But everyone else is still pretty much as we left them. Except for Izumi's mysterious disappearing long coat here. So Hasorn and Shrike will be working on replenishing our missing items. We'll need some pants too. Yeah, we're getting decent stock. So yeah, for the most part, we're just going to be replenishing down here. Might send some small groups out to look for dust bandits for training. Especially people like Kat, Miyu. Hamlet's not bad. But overall, everybody still needs a bit of combat training. And look what we have here. Rosteiko's probably going to be the highest, 37, 34. Ruka's kind of getting near that. Beckus is close. Asorn's close. Yeah, so we have a lot kind of mid-20s. Then a couple newbies that are quite low. And for Kellen, you're kind of busy. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, we should probably expand our farming a little bit. Now that we're dumping so much cactus into the rum production, we need a little more use out of our wheat straw farm. So if we can hold off, yeah, this is, about half grown. Let's build another wheat straw farm. Let's go straight to XL. And we'll dump it right nearby everything else. With a torch to go along with it. Yeah, so we're gonna need a little bit better food production, so that'll help with that. But as part of that, we're also gonna need some meat. Maybe another hunting trip will also be in order. I think we're done in the swamp. Nothing too interesting down there. We could hunt beak things, now that we know how that's done. Swamp turtles would be good in the swamp if we could find them. And what's our food stock looking like? So we're out of raw meat. We have a little bit banked food. But we're gonna have to deal with that for too long. Just gonna sell off some of this old surplus equipment. Who's harassing Beep? More bandits. Well, this would be good for Cat. Let's get him in there. If Miyu is around, I'd send her as well. So these hungry bandits are -5 and 4. So they're probably not worth any training for someone even as leveled as Beep, with the 26s. Don't expect he's going to be getting a whole lot of experience from these. Very minor amounts of dexterity when he strikes. Oh. Okay, Sad Neil, we want you not here. A little early in the week to be hostile with the Holy Nation. We couldn't fight off these paladins anyways. But Kelp. I believe you're the one with the flame. Yep. So while our gracious defenders here protect us from these bandits, we'll deal with the really important stuff. One of the things I'm looking to do in the future should be fairly challenging, but fairly rewarding. I think we're going to go along with Hammett's plan to fight against some of the slavery in the area. But these holy mines are typically, you know, only moderately defended by holy sentinels and holy nation slavers. There's usually quite a few slaves in them. And as we saw earlier, when you have 3 slaves, there is the chance that they decide to join you. There you go, have some boots. So maybe we'll... Hey, Sadnil, you're back. Yeah, maybe these patrols don't care about skeletons. Maybe not outside of Holy Nation territory. A little bit more convenient for me, I guess. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, maybe we're going to look to raiding one of these holy mines. You know, send a small group. Oh, and everyone. Not strong enough to send a small group. But if we send everyone to one of these mines, maybe bust up some of the defenders, have a couple sneak in. Unfortunately with Mistako, he's both kind of the combat champion, but the only one capable of lockpicking. Maybe we'll send him somewhere while the rest are distracted, try to free some slaves, and just see if we can bust out with some of them. You know, round out our forces a little bit more, and deal a blow to slavers at the same time. Maybe we won't do that right away, who knows. Just kind of playing it by ear. Want to keep busy one way or the other, though. It's easy to spend a long time just kind of growing your base and working on your infrastructure. And as much as I like doing that, I want to keep things going a little bit faster. Yeah, Miu, we're going to want to stick at the farm, both because of her really high farming stats, but because she needs combat as much as anyone. And I don't want to spend too much time developing our encampment down here. 100 building materials, 50 iron plates, so we're getting to a good point that we could be moving off. Oh, another load of cactus is almost ready. How's the second farm? Under construction, yeah, so we still need this one to finish. That's right. Got lots of hemp. Let's get Shrike on that. So yeah, just thinking of our plans for the future. Maybe we'll strike one of these holy mines. Probably this one. It's a little bit more secluded. Less chance of patrols. I think the Black Dragons are a bit rough for us right now. I do some beak thing hunting on the side. And I want to find an excuse to come around up into this area too. So that's kind of those are kind of what's on my to-do list. Oh, Shrike's here. Grab as much hemp as we can and send her back. Oh, but it's fight time. Another group of bandits. Where's Miu? Yeah, she's jumping right in. That's good. Pick up the big backpack. She needs the help. Dan's, you can, we'll send him back. Be devouring these, hungry bandits whole. Want to spread the experience out a little bit. Okay, minor diversion. And Beep will be staying busy, dealing with these guys. Miu, let's finish him off. I'll speed things on a little bit. So we have Haythorn working on dust coats. Got some pants on the way. What are our supplies? We're running low on fabric. Our leather is good. Let's put Shrike... Actually, that's just laboring. I don't believe Shrike's laboring is very good. 37. Miu would also be really good at this, but I want her working the farms with the hivers. Maybe we'll put her... We'll put her on cloth making up to the farms. Yeah, we're out of meat. So, for an impromptu thing today, we're gonna go beak thing hunting. With just, Rusteko, Sands, Raquelin, and Sadneil. Why not? Yeah, I think we'll send just them. So we don't totally delay the farm production. So everyone else, I think, has important work to do. You know, Ruka doesn't, so she can come. She can come do the bigger work. How are we stocked for that? We'll grab some food. Now let's give it to Smalty's backpack. Yeah, there's nothing too profitable to hunt otherwise in the area. So I think we'll branch out a little bit and just go to beak things. Okay, stay still. Someone doesn't have a first aid kit. You got a big one. You all do. Okay, back to the hive. Yeah, so while everyone else is working on otherwise important things, we'll keep that going. We'll need some exterior lighting at some point. Well, what's our research books? We have a few. See what else we can burn while we're waiting. We'll improve the crossbows. Why not? You know, non-stop attacks down here, but it's... Until we get an organized Black Ninja, or whatever, Black Dragon Ninjas, we're not going to have anything to worry about base raids. Now that we're in Vayne, we're going to feel a little more careful. Big things can just pop out and do a jump scare. And we are very, very low numbers right now. Beast Trader. I kind of want to get a Pack Beast. But no, I think that's premature. Animals are quite hungry. And we still aren't growing a huge amount of food. We'll see what happens when we get this next wheat farm going. We have lots of money, so we can always buy food. Especially if we want to take some trips to the swamp. Load up on that sweet Gohan. So with these 5, we're really going to be looking at isolating 1 or 2, 3 at the most beak things. Separate them, lock them down with a couple of our stronger units. Where Verkellen will just take pot shots at anyone he can see. Not interested in gorillas, not interested in bone dogs. We're here for the prize. You do have to make sure they don't get too injured down here, especially with the Zumi. Not being too interested in running down here to do our medic job. So what are the hunters doing? Don't really want to do a whole nest like we did last time. I think I'll be pushing my luck a little bit too much. So we're just looking for a couple beak things, just kind of going for a walk. Oh, there's a gorilla way over there. Not worth the trouble. Ooh, who do we have here? Yeah, I guess I forgot. Okay, these guys aren't aggro on us. So one of the factions of Shek, the Berserkers, I guess they're in the area. And these guys are pretty beefy. So 4338, 5138. So they even are stronger than Mursteko. We probably could run them to the high village. What are our speeds looking like? There we go. 27. Sands is quite slow, 21. No. So they're a little bit slower than we are. That's good. Shek aren't known to be fast. So we're going to try to run to just the nearby high village here. Get their guards involved with the battle as well. A bunch of them backed off. You know, maybe if it's just a 5-on-2. Oh, he's fleeing. Oh, they're all fleeing. Good. Well, they would just be a lot of damage that we don't really feel like taking. They're all using heavy weapons, probably planks, maybe a fragment axe. We'll swing with very wide arcs and do a lot of splash damage. And they would go right through kind of the meager armor that our dust coats are providing. Some escaped servants, nothing to worry about. There we got a nest. Could be a beak thing, could be bone dogs. See if I can see it. Oh, it looks like beak things. It's not bad. I think we'll go to the high village, approach from the west. If things get really bad, we will just run to the high village. You know, let them lend a hand. So where was that nest? There it is. So I'm going to zoom in. I have to put it on normal game speed. And just watch out for beak things. This is why. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's move back a little bit so we can see what's going on. Keep coming. Raquelin, you can start shooting him. You can miss, I guess, too. That works. Yeah, 1 right in the open. That's delicious. So we're going to let Mursteko lock him down. And then try to get a couple around him. I think we'll leave Ruka and Sadnil just hold right here for now. I tore out his stomach. Yeah, this is good. Perfect. 1 beak thing down. Who wants to be the pack mule? Sadnil. And we'll take everything. The foul meat, the raw meat, the animal skins. It's all good for us right now. Would we have one more? Where'd that other guy go? Probably ran back to the nest. Don't want to get too close. We can easily be in a danger zone here with all these beak things. Okay, here come one more. No. Come on, you coward. Assert your dominance. Okay. So same thing, we're going to get Ruka and Sadnil out of the way for now. Mursteko and Sands will approach from opposite directions. Just to avoid the splash. And as long as Sands isn't being targeted, he is just going to do just clown levels of damage. Okay, go back to Mursteko. Good boy. So Sands can't block. Oh, but he aggroed on something. So he's a little... He's a little bit of a glass cannon with them. No room. Okay, so Sad Neil's pretty much full. Oh, we got one. Looks like a pup. No, it's an adult. We'll bring him over too. Fill up Ruka's backpack. Where did he go? Stako can go lock him down. Okay, that's good. And yeah, from the opposite side. Oh, yeah, here we go. 3 more. So we're gonna back up a little bit. Maybe a couple of them will lose interest. We cannot outrun them. Eventually they'll catch up and start doing some splash damage. But we can move a little bit safer. So who had we damaged? Just him, barely. So we'll get Mistake on him. Ruka on this one in the back. Sad Neil on this one in the front. Verkellen will dispace. And Sans we're going to try to keep away. Keep away from any of them. Until he can get into the back arc and start hitting them from there. And if he gets targeted, we're going to move him out. Mistako's not... These beak things are a little close. So it's a bit annoying. And all our damage is on the legs on that guy. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's try to back this guy out of the group a little bit. Okay, 1 hit to the head from Sans. We'll take him. We're going to have to let Sans take a couple hits here. Yeah, Mistako's arms damaged, so he has to resort to using his ninja sword. Okay, good. He's down. Sad Neil's laughing it off. Ruka's doing good. She lives for this. So let's load up. It's good for now. We can bandage up before the damage gets too bad. And Sans can come down and help Sad Neil. Yeah. Good stomach damage there. Chest is vulnerable too. Good. Okay, these 3 will be all we need here. Perfect. Hey, Ruka, time to fill up your bag. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to the Hiver City. The Hiver village here. Oh, there's a beak thing in the way. Okay, let's just get out into the open a little bit, and then we'll bandage up. Deal with this last beak thing on the way out. He's distracted. How's everyone doing? And Mistako's arm's pretty beat up. Verkellen took a couple hits. Okay, we'll have yeah, we'll have Sad Neil go in on this guy. He's basically full. Verkellen can come in to help, and then Sans. We're gonna leave Stako and Ruka back a little bit. Mersako's somehow stuck on the terrain. Okay, that was short order. Okay, so who can loot? Okay, that'll work. Quick trip. Peak thing hunting. Okay, that's good. We're loaded down, but I don't expect this is too dangerous. So we'll, as I say that, a gorilla comes out of the forest. Yeah, let's just run, just stay on the one side of the river, please. And then, Yeah, he's gone. So let's go back. Deal with the town again. Leather's going good. Not a lot of fabric. And Drake has a lot of hemp. So... Oh yeah, because I was going to put someone else on the hemp making. He's asleep. So let's get her on that. You're on that. Drake. Drop off this hemp. Okay, so they never actually did finish the wheat straw, the second wheat straw farm. Did turn it all into bread. Oh well. We'll deal with that next time around. Well, we got a good collection of rum brewing. Don't know how long we'll keep doing that, but for the meantime, the money's useful. Miyu, I'm pretty sure not done. Oh, okay, I'm just being dumb. The hemp's too big to fit in her inventory without the bag. So that'll solve that. Yeah, so that's a good collection of raw meat we got. That'll keep the meat wraps flowing. And they're back in town. Jumping off the good meat first. There's an option to have your AI automatically dump off any item that has proper storage to it. But I run into more problems than not with that. Say if you see if he creates a med kits or whatever, and you have a medical storage chest, well, everyone will just constantly throw med kits and food and anything that you kind of want them to carry. They'll just keep throwing it into the storage containers. I typically turn that off and just deal with inventory manually. Yeah, nothing fancy going on out here. So, Owl, you are a bread maker. We're going to turn off the grain silo. Just so the next batch can be used to create the new farm. Now we just have the last of this fowl meat to drop off. And this will keep Sans happy for a while. It's pretty worthless stuff, but you know, it's not really taking up any space that we're using for anything else. So I don't mind bringing it around. Pretty low priority in the end, though. Okay, you guys can all go back to your jobs. Yeah, so Kat, you're actually a medic. We're gonna put you on the medic job. And we'll grab some... We'll go grab some med kits from up top. Ah, even more bandits. Okay, that's good. I believe we have some med kits up here. And you can, don't need to guard the house. And repair kits. I think Shrike is going to grab one of these. Her leg gets beat up quite a bit. He'll make it there eventually. We're almost out of bolts, so while we're just hanging out, let's see if the bar has any for sale. Yeah, let's have you rest. You too, Beckus. You took quite a lot. Actually, these bandit attacks are adding up quite a bit. Granted, some of these are the newbies, but they're still doing some damage. Let's, yeah, just a small med kit. It'll work for now. Oh, you have a standard first aid too. And yeah, we might as well use the house or the bed here for him. You think these guys are the ones fighting the beak things? So what are you two up to, Hammett? You're just hanging out. So sad, Neil. Well, since we're overproducing, let's make another storage for the building materials. We'll do one for iron plates as well. But why do we have two of these? I put it in the wrong spot. That's why. Let's try that again. Storage. Iron plates. Oh, random tech hunter with a small bounty blocking for the base. Got no problem with that. Who's your bounty with anyways? United Cities. So now at least if they're going to be producing more building materials and plates, at least hold on to them. Oh, Miyu found her way to the Shinobi Tower. She got some good stuff for Hammett here. High-grade dust coat, high-grade leather pants. Looks like that's what Haysorn is producing now. Armor quality high, yeah. That's nifty. We should start making leather shirts. Mostly because nobody's really using their shirt slot. And even at standard grade, you know, that's 10% extra blunt resistance on the chest and stomach. Can't really complain about that. Shirts take fairly long to create, if I recall. Leather armor, leather shirt, 24 hours, yeah. So they're take a decent amount of time to make, but everyone else has got pants, and we've got some drifter or long coats to spare. I think we can diversify a little bit. We could start upgrading some of these other ones too, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. And there's any research that's interesting right now. We'll upgrade our indoor lighting. Yeah, Miyu, head back to the camp, I guess. It's almost farming time. Deep needs a bit of repair. Sadniel's on robotics, so we should be doing that on his own. No, I guess this will need, I'll need to send to a repair bed to finish up that missing health. He kind of has a shoddy arm right now. Yeah, Beckus should really be going to the hub. He needs a real place to sleep. No one else really badly hurt. Kelp's a bit beat up. Hamlet's resting. And Verkellen should. Yeah, we'll get them going. No sleep, no thief backpacks. You can take that sword though. We've got our army of farmers here just going nuts on the cactus fields. And the wheat farm will be ready to go right away too. And we'll start getting some progress with the second wheat field. Once we get the 2 wheat fields going, we'll see what the food progress looks like. Even if we run out of meat, we can slow down on the rum production and go back to making dust witches. Failing a lot. All their stats are high. They should be doing better than that. So we should have had a crop yield of 60, but... maybe we did. Let's, Sadniel, you're an engineer, right? I build this farm. In preparation for what we might want to do later, we're going to send Mistako out on a little reconnaissance. Yeah, we'll let these bandits can attack whatever, but we're going to go scout out some holy mines just to see what the defenders look like, just in case we do feel like busting one of them open. Yeah, these guys are no big deal. We have Cat as a medic down here now, so these minor wounds shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, didn't get much damage either. Miyu did, but she's still quite a newbie. Oh, and these guys killed a dog. Probably gonna have to babysit Mistako a little bit. Can't get around that river easily. Strike's down here, so that probably means she's out of hemp. We'll let Izumi... we'll let Miyu take care of a bunch of it. What am I doing? That's the wrong storage. Yeah. Not as good without the stacking backpack. It'll be enough to get her running around a little bit. Yeah, I'm not worried about Mistako. He'll outrun anything in the area. What's a room look like? 9? A dozen? Yeah. Keeps them busy. This farm needs water. Yeah, I guess I haven't put anyone on this farm yet. Let's do that. Reprioritize everyone so that mining is, or farming is something they want to do. And we'll fight some hungry bandits again. If anything, this is giving Beep strength training, dragging them all over to the furnace. And I guess Cat probably gets a bit of first aid training as well. Okay, so water. These farms are all growing. And I think we're good here. We're going to go check on Mistako. Big bands of hungry bandits out here. Like that's 30 or 40. Yeah, big group. We'll want to stay clear of them. Obviously, we'll outrun them with little effort. So let's park ourselves over here and just, I don't think they'll care we're in the area. Let's see what their gate guards look like. So right now they've just got the one, probably in the 40s in the daytime. And that is probably consistent with the group. So in the day they'll probably have, 3 gate guards, a couple of guys in the barracks, a couple of guys in the slave house here. Yeah, another Holy Sentinel guarding the roof. I can't tell if they have any slaves currently. They do have cages on the inside as well. But the roof ones look empty. Maybe while we're out, we'll just go check out this north mine too. Wouldn't want to fight our way through all these guards, only to find them that they don't actually have any slaves. Which would be weird, but it happens. Yeah, and if that's what we choose to do down the road, maybe that's how Mistako and Hammett start their anti-slaver revolution. Okay, that should be close enough. Yeah, same thing, roughly 40s, just under. Loaded with slaves, though, this one is. Yeah. So it'd be risky, but with the full group of everyone we have, we probably could cause enough of a commotion to get in, bust some out. But let's look what their daytime numbers look like. Another Sentinel, around his 40s. Paladin, he's a bit beefier. All 3 of these Paladins are roughly 50s, so they'd be quite difficult. Yeah, the Sentinels aren't a huge problem. Like, let's look at... Yeah, Sands would eat them for lunch. Some of our stronger characters are roughly at the same point. Although our weaker characters are still kind of in the 20s. So they definitely need some work. Sometimes you get lucky. If there are slaves outside the camp working, and say a bandit raid attacked or something else distracted the guards, sometimes you can just come in, break their shackles, and escape before anyone notices. But if you do get noticed, you get a pretty hefty terrorism bounty within the Holy Nations, or Holy Nation cities. And it's easy to get that high enough that it won't decay naturally. Slaver. Yeah, the Slaver's the weakest one of all. It's really only these paladins we need to worry about, as they're out here harassing them. Yeah, they're in their 50s. But double-edged sword. So harder fight, but at the same time, reasonably good combat experience for everyone. Even Mistako. A lot of the stuff we've been fighting, like Dust Bandits and even some of the Swamp Ninjas in them, they're too low level to provide much experience. Those Paladins would, for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this in my mind. Maybe this mine will be our target. This one didn't seem like it had many slaves. We'll check by in the daytime. Maybe they were just stored inside, just caged in the main floor. If the paladins and whoever working this mine also, oh, here we go. They just sent a few people out. You know, this is actually a really good opportunity. There are 3 slaves out here, but if this sentinel screws off, if this paladin goes away, we might try to bust some of the shackles of them. Oh, they do have a sentinel too. You know, we'll hang here for a little bit. If these guards do end up moving back into the camp. This is a secluded processor, so we might be able to bust one out. If we were a stealth assassination oriented character, we could just sneak up on both of them, knock them out, free the slaves, and move on with it. But we are not. And if it was just the slaver, we could probably take him out. Do we want an assault and terrorism charge with the Holy Nation? You know what? We might. Only the one. He might not be close enough to call for reinforcements. And if the slave doesn't have to come back out... it's only one. I don't know if we could do it fast enough. Decisions. While I'm thinking about that, let's see what's happening back home. We're loading. That's what's happening. Okay, good. Zumi, let's get you some better armor. You, lost a leg last time. Granted, it was from a turret, and those are... Oh, specialist grade. High grade. It's from a turret, and those things are always just devastating. High grade ninja stick grades for Mistako. High grade turban. Okay, so... Not bad. Izumi's much better off than a couple minutes ago. Hey, Soren, are you have stuff to do? Let's get some shirts going. I don't know. You know, I gotta do something dumb every episode. Follow me a little bit further. This might be okay. I don't see any paladins coming. We got a few better hits in on this guy. Yeah, like hit him in the head. Don't hit the slave. What are you doing? Okay, good. Slave her down. Don't care about first aiding him. We're gonna take his weapon. Throw it away. We're gonna take his backpack, though. And we're gonna try to bust this one's shackles here. She's just making a break for it. Okay. So sometimes they're just too broken and they will not flee. Not like every time they flee, they would flee with us. But that one panicked and ran back to the slave masters. We're gonna beat them and just put them back in chains. We didn't get a bounty. I guess this guy couldn't report us because he was the only witness, wherever he went. Here he is. He's playing dead. He'll survive, though. So a little unfortunate, but maybe... If that paladin's just going to take this guy... Yeah, if they go back in because he's injured, maybe we can try again with that new one. But we do need to heal. Oh, but the Hungry Bandits are doing what Hungry Bandits do. Well, let's just continue being stupid. We're gonna fight these Hungry Bandits. Almost wonder if it's worth switching to the Katana. Or Ninja Blade. Probably not. Not because of that defensive bonus. Like, it's only a 10% bonus to humans, too. Oh, these guys are annoying. Yeah, this isn't going well. Okay, we don't have a bounty, I don't think. We can't run away. Our leg's crippled. We're just gonna have to deal with them. It's not bad if we can get some of these big cleaving attacks in. Get multiple at the same time. Oh. A lot of food they're gonna take from us. Get up. Our chest is critically low right now, though. We need to get rid of these guys. Is this guy coming after me? No, I don't think he is. His goal is to capture Slave, so he's probably coming after these unconscious bandits. Okay. Well, he can do that. He'll be busy for a few minutes. Do they still have someone working out here? They do. Oh. Oh, they left a guard out here. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, nope. Who are you? You're a hungry bandit. Oh, a high overseer. I do not want to mess with him. No, I think we're gonna run these bandits around the front gate. We're a little bit slow because of our leg injury, but if these paladins wake up, they might pull the bandits. However, we're extremely, well, if we get knocked out, they will just capture us as a slave. And we are one chest hit away from being knocked out. Okay. One more. It looks like they got some... Yeah, good. What's the sentinel doing? He's going home. Paladins are fighting the guards, or the bandits in there. And I don't think anyone sees us. What's this look like? Yeah. Slaver's leaving. I guess we hit him on the head hard enough he didn't remember about the bug person that knocked him out. And we're gonna run. No, she is also not gonna come with us. Well, let's not push our luck any further. Let's, we've seen what we need to do. I think this was when we freed earlier and immediately ran back. Yeah, so unfortunately no luck with those three. But we can probably try again. Once Mistako rests up, and once we're a little bit better shape. No, we do have a bounty. Someone did see me this time. 5,000, not the end of the world. If we did leave it long enough, it would start to decay, I believe. I think it's once you hit 10,000, it's a permanent bounty. Yeah, but I think we'll rest up, equip up a little more, and maybe strike one of these mines. Try to do a full assault on them, free as many people as we can. Meanwhile, back at the farm, what do we got going on? Plants are growing. People are sleeping. And we got a bit of food left too. Guess we can turn, yeah, we can turn the grain back on. Keep the bread production going. Hey, Mistako, how are you doing? Probably have them rest up in the way station a living bit, or way station a little bit. His chest is pretty bad, and I wouldn't care so much if I didn't have so much food on him. There's probably nothing we're going to fight out here that would do a fatal blow. Not with his toughness, at least. But I don't want, you know, I don't want bandits to steal the food for no reason. Getting a nice stock of building materials. When we do decide to move out... Oh, and iron plates, look at that. When we do decide to move out, we load all of this equipment up, we can get a base set up really fast. One of the issues is when you make a base out in the wilderness, is just getting all the materials to the base. So if we have a couple pack beasts, and everyone's loaded down with all these weeks of surplus materials we've been making, we can get a base built pretty quick. At least basic defenses. I defend a building, some walls, some turrets. So next prayer day that rolls around, we're probably going to be a little more careful with Mistako. I don't know if the clown squad will react to a criminal or not. They didn't seem to care about Sadneil, which is pretty much heresy on their part, but maybe don't want to risk it. And yeah, I see we're under attack. I'm just not particularly worried. Oh, dust bandits this time. Not gonna worry about looting them. Unless they have sandals, but I think these guys all look like they have plate boots. Yeah, nothing. Well, the little bit of little shenanigans we were pulling over at the Holy Mine didn't seem to cause many issues with the Holy Nation yet. Killing their members would have, I believe. Selling them to slavery, imprisoning them with their hostile factions. I think that would have knocked the rep down a little bit. So in the meantime, we're still free to travel and do business within Holy Nation cities. Resteko obviously would face trouble doing that. But anyone else, you know, with the regular caveat for the Holy Nation, we can still go in there and shop and do their services. So that's good. While I don't mind knocking off a few of their farms and bringing a bunch of slaves, knowing I'm going to become a huge, you know, public enemy number one, I don't want to go hostile with the Holy Nation right away. They'd start assaulting the base, and you've seen how strong the Paladins are. We can't fight against proper Holy Nation forces yet. One or two of them maybe, but if they do like a big patrol of 6 of them plus support, we would be in a lot of trouble. We definitely need mercenary support, which we can afford, but we don't always have mercenaries available when we need mercenaries. So in the meantime, you know, I'm fine being a criminal. I just don't want to be considered hostile to them. Oh, being attacked by Holy Nation outlaws. Problem with this is I don't want to become hostile to the Holy Nation outlaws. They technically run the hub. And while none of the merchants there are technically Holy Nation outlaws, part of their faction, still's annoying. If any of them actually survived, and we healed them, if they noticed we were healing them, we could actually increase our reputation with them. So if one of these guys wakes up, or I guess doesn't wake up, they're all toast. Oh, cat's knocked out. Hey, Izumi, it's time to do some of your medic work. Who else has a med kit down here? Yeah, so I'm gonna heal them. Well, the one that's dying anyways. Try to stabilize him. If the other ones aren't dying, and the one clown wakes up, or starts playing dead or something, that should count for all purposes as being awake. So if I heal up the rest of them, maybe he'll chill for a while. Not like they're a huge problem when they attack, it's just I don't want to be hostile with them. Merceko's good enough to make the trip back. As long as his legs are okay, he can outrun anything. Oh, let's actually, we pick him up. Throw this idiot in one of the beds, maybe he'll wake up faster. What are we sitting with the Holy Nation outlaws? Slightly negative. Not enough to cause issues, but they can, or at neutral, they can choose to attack, they can choose to be passive. You know, let's move these other guys closer as well. So if this guy does wake up, we know he's in range here. Going. Where's he coming down? Should be close enough. Oh, look at Sad Neil doing some training. I should wake up in a little bit. He might be immediately hostile. We'll see. This plan may be for nothing. You guys better wake up before your friends die. Not doing this for charity. Well, this dude is actually awake. And trying to flee. So let's save this guy's life for him. I don't think the reputation gained is too much, so we won't. I don't think we'll see a change for a while. But when you have the chance to, I guess, save some of these Holy Nation outlaws, maybe we'll take it. Yeah, that dude is stable. That dude is still hostile. We'll just let him go. We've got our first leather shirt done as well. So we got some stock of armor. Got a couple shirts coming. It'll help a little bit. But we're still looking at a tough fight. I think he, a bit too much damage to the head. Having more trouble than he usually does. Well, let's pretend he's got it this time. So I think that's a good place to call it for now. If Prosecco can ever find his way home, we are going to prepare to assault this holy mine. None of the slaves were in the right state of mind to try to flee with us for this one, which would be the safe choice. This one is going to be closer to patrols, so we might have reinforcements when we do it. But we're just going to go in with a big number, knock out as many guards as we have to. Well, we do it during the day, so if they have a good number of slaves that are working outside, we'll hit the guards at the front door as Prosecco is breaking shackles in the back. And if any of the slaves leave with us, great. If they don't, you know, whatever. Looks like we do have a slight relation drop with them from something. You know what? 1 or 2 points isn't bad. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to look at doing next time. Bit of a recruitment run. Bit of just testing the waters, and a bit of just saying fuck the Holy Nation. But yeah, that's good for here. So thanks for watching, and this is Kenshi.